AMD has already launched their Ryzen 9000 series CPUs. So if you're looking for a new motherboard that would support these CPUs, but you don't really need the high-end features found on the X870 motherboards, then here's a more affordable option: the MSI MPG B850 Edge Ti Wi-Fi gaming motherboard. So itetest natin ito and I'll give you my thoughts as well on its features and design, as well as show you some benchmarks na rin with some games and applications. But before that, here's a quick disclaimer: this video was produced with funding from MSI. However, MSI had no influence over this video's benchmarks or its editorial content. And in case you missed it, in-unbox ko na pala ito on my previous video, so if you're interested in that as well, please click this video. The MSI MPG B850 Edge Ti Wi-Fi motherboard supports the newest AM5 CPUs from the newer Ryzen 9000 series, as well as the previous generation Ryzen 8000 and 7000 series CPUs. Featuring the B850 chipset, this one is aimed toward mid-range users na gusto ng motherboard na hindi mapag-iiwanan sa features pero hindi rin naman ganun kamahal pagdating sa presyo, since the MPG line of products ni MSI is the middle tier across their consumer gaming product lines. It supports the latest gen hardware like DDR5 memory with memory boost, as well as PCIe Gen 5 for both graphics card and M.2 storage devices, with up to 128 gigabits per second bandwidth, may 5 gigabit LAN port, and true Wi-Fi 7 support na rin, which is the newest Wi-Fi standard. MSI also claims this motherboard packs the highest Wi-Fi 7 standard, so it offers the full benefits of it, especially if you want the Wi-Fi 7 capable devices as well. There are also many high-speed connectivity options like the 5 gigabits per second LAN port, USB-C 20 gigabits for the front panel, Wi-Fi 7, 1 PCIe Gen 5 PCIe slot, 2 Gen 5 M.2 slots, and 2 PCIe Gen 4 M.2 slot as well. USB ports on the back features 4 USB Type-A 2.0 ports, 3 USB Type-C 10G ports, 2 USB 10G Type-A ports, and 1 USB Type-A 5G port. You also find the HDMI 2.1 display output supporting a maximum resolution of 8K 60Hz. Beside that, the clear CMOS and flash BIOS buttons as well. With a silver and white color scheme with some black accents, the MSI MPG B850 Edge Ti Wi-Fi has Mystic Light RGB found on the MSI Dragon logo at the I/O shroud. And with a premium mirror-like finish from interweaving different materials, maganda itong motherboard na ito i-pair especially for white team PC builds. May enhanced cooling solution din ito with its extended heatsinks, M.2 Shield Frozer 2, enlarged chipset heatsink, heavy-plated VRM heatsink, along with a 7 watt per meter Kelvin thermal pad and additional choke pad to dissipate heat. There's also the 14 plus 2 plus 1 dual-trail power system with 80 amp smart power stage for greater power efficiency and performance on overclocking, as well as server-grade 8-layer PCB with 2 ons copper for enhanced durability and signal integrity. Meron din supplemental PCIe power for high-power graphics card or other PCIe devices, which makes it ATX 3.1 and PCIe 5.1 devices ready for multiple GPU configurations na commonly used for AI model training. That's why they also market this as Ultra AI ready hardware. And there's also the Audio Boost 5, which promises studio-grade sound quality for a more immersive gaming experience. Durability-wise, the PCIe slots are reinforced with steel armor too, and both are mounted with SMT process, so there's much better signal integrity as well. And kung balak nyong maglagay ng maraming fans or accessories inside your gaming PC, pero tingin nyo kakapusin sa headers sa motherboard, particularly with fan headers and USB headers, MSI got this problem covered with their EasyCon design and their 1 to 3 EasyCon cable, which enables you to connect additional system fans, USB device, and ARGB lights aside sa existing motherboard headers, making it easy for DIY PC builders. MSI has DIY-friendly design features like their Easy M.2 Shield Frozer 2, which is a screwless M.2 heatsink, making installation and removal even easier on the topmost M.2 slot. Although on the other M.2 slots, may screws pa rin on the heatsinks. The Easy M.2 Clip 2 and remover, which makes SSD installation very simple with just a push of the latch without any smaller screws needed. There's also yung Easy PCIe release, which utilizes an accessible single button to unlock and lock PCIe devices like big graphics cards. Pre-installed I/O shield, easy front panel cable, which makes connecting the case's front panel easier. Debug LEDs including the Easy Memory Detection LED para madali troubleshoot in case there's a problem on booting. Easy Wi-Fi antenna and also front USB Type-C connector. There's also one-click overclocking with their Easy Overclocking feature, which makes overclocking much accessible through MSI's Click BIOS X, with different profiles available for various scenarios and applications, and easy optimization, which makes use of the MSI Center application with AI engine for smart real-time optimization on your PC. So Action, what's the difference between the X870 motherboard and the B850? Good question. The main difference lies with the features. Notably, they're similar in terms of the number of PCI lanes at 36, with X870E getting 44. Although the main difference lies with the inclusion of USB 4 as optional lang to sa B850 but standard na sa X870. So on this motherboard, we don't have USB 4 but we have support for PCI 5.0 naman for one graphics card, as well as 2 M.2 slots may PCI Gen 5 support na rin. The rest of M.2 slots are Gen 4. And if you want to use all the M.2 sockets, keep in mind lang na the bottom PCIe Type-16 slot will only run at 2 times speed since the third M.2 slot shares the bandwidth with the PCIe slot. The newly redesigned ClickBIOS X is also here, which offers an aesthetically pleasing, modernized, and user-friendly experience, which could be great for users with varying levels of experience. So even a first-time user could get used to it easily. Inside it, there's an easy mode and advanced mode for those who want to configure every parameter available, as well as customizable options for the CPU, NPU, and memory. The easy config below has some parameters including the one for AMD's Precision Boost Overdrive, which you can use to change the CPU's behavior, and also the memory Try It, which gives some overclocking preset as well for the memory other than XMP. You can also further optimize your memory performance through the optimized performance profile setting available in advanced mode sa ClickBIOS X, which was launched alongside the new Ryzen 9000 series CPUs. However, you need a memory sticks equipped with the eXPO profiles for this to work, and much better if it's equipped with Hynix chips since it's designed for those, promising gaming performance boost of up to 13%. So to test this motherboard's capabilities, we have prepared an open test bench with the following specs. We'll also test some games and a few synthetic applications with different memory optimization settings enabled for us to have an idea in terms of performance like eXPO, AMD's Optimized Performance Profile or OPP, and MSI's Memory Try It, all while PBO or Precision Boost Overdrive is enabled. So for our gaming benchmarks, all at 1080p maximum settings, first we have Apex Legends with an average FPS of 144. While sa CS2 naman, we had an average FPS of 347, more than sufficient for competitive gaming. And on Marvel Rivals, we had an average naman of around 165 FPS. And then for some games, we've tried Game Boost as well, and kinumpare namin siya to PBO plus eXPO results. Like dito sa Cyberpunk 2077, we had an average of around 191 FPS without Game Boost, and 201 FPS with it enabled. And on F122, we got an average of around 380 FPS with PBO plus eXPO, while with Game Boost on, we got 388 FPS. So to enable Game Boost, punta kayo sa ClickBIOS X, then i-turn on nyo lang yung Game Boost, and that's it. We've also retested F122 with multiple memory optimization modes like the AMD OPP and Memory Try It. We got 386 FPS with PBO plus OPP and 390 FPS with PBO plus Memory Try It set at 6200 mega transfer per second. By the way, you cannot do OPP and Memory Try It at the same time. Silang sa kanila ang gagana at any given time. So when you try various frequencies and timings sa Memory Try It at hindi nag-boot, pindutin nyo lang yung clear CMOS at the back I/O of the motherboard to reset BIOS settings para mag-boot ulit. And if you want to use the higher frequencies, you can use CU-DIMM memory kits. Out of curiosity, we've also tested Wi-Fi 7 capabilities of this motherboard by playing some games, and on CS2, as you can see, here's our ping. As well as some Marvel Rivals. I believe this is pretty good considering we're on a wireless connection. And on the synthetics, the Cinebench R23, we had a scores of 2238 sa single core and 23,084 sa multi-core without Game Boost, while 2,235 sa single core and 23,370 naman sa multi-core with Game Boost on. Sa 3D Mark TimeSpy naman, we have a score of 26,008 without Game Boost and 26,024 with Game Boost on. And sa V-Ray benchmark naman, we had a score of 26,200 without the Game Boost and 26,585 with Game Boost turned on. So that's it for our benchmarks and also our review of the MSI MPG B850 Edge TI Wi-Fi gaming motherboard. I think good choice itong motherboard na ito. First, if gusto nyong mag-build ng white team gaming PC, although kung all white talaga, mas maganda sana kung yung mga CPU power connectors, memory, and PCI slots were also white. And second, if you're looking to build a new system with the Ryzen 9000 series chip on it pero ayaw nyong bumili ng higher end tier like X870 gaming motherboards. Medyo hindi ko lang nagustuhan yung parang translucent plastic na nakalagay sa top ng I/O shrouds sa may MSI Dragon logo. In a way, parang na-obstruct niya yung lighting effect nito. VRM times are good as we can see on this thermal imaging video after a 30-minute Cinebench run. This motherboard can easily handle multiple configurations na walang problema sa thermals. In terms of its performance, I highly suggest you try the new features we've tested gaya ng OPP at Memory Try It, which could increase performance by 3 to 22% depending on your hardware. You can also enable features like Game Boost for more performance potential.